Hi guys, it's Elle. I come to you in horrible, horrible lighting. Last year during summer, I did a video about having a very progressive summer, about trying new things, about actually doing something instead of sitting in my home doing nothing. This year, I realized I kind of don't feel useful. I don't really feel any sort of oh, I've succeeded. I don't usually get this sense of completion with anything that I do unless I am creating something. I've been trying to find happiness in smaller things and appreciate other things that most people wouldn't really think twice about to kind of remedy this because, I'd love to feel prideful about something. So I thought I would kind of showcase things that I think I've been wanting to do and just haven't had the motivation, haven't had the will to do it, but I know there are things that make me happy. My problem usually is about things being successful, about things coming out exactly how I planned them in my head to come out, because then I feel like I've wasted energy, I've wasted time, and I'm a failure. Kind of don't want to keep that mindset. Kind of want to do something else with that, you know what I'm saying? I have already done my skincare and brushed my teeth, which is something with depression I don't do all the time, but I know it's something small that does make me feel better when I do it. It's just getting up and doing it. I also did attempt to start doing things without smoking first because smoking tends to be my relaxer. It's the only way I know to relax. But sometimes I'm like, what if I'm doing too much? And then I stop doing it and then I have a meltdown. But yeah, one of the things that I've been doing here lately is making my own drinks at home, making my own coffees, my own lattes. I want to buy some hojicha, but at the moment I don't have any, but I have been making my own matcha. I've been making my own syrups for my matcha and for my coffees. I made a banana syrup, a banana pudding syrup, and an Earl Grey syrup, which I'm almost out of my Earl Grey, so maybe during this vlog I'll show how I made it. Who knows? But since it is the morning still, I think I'm going to make some breakfast, which is something I also don't do very often, but I know would probably make me feel better. And then show you guys how I make my coffee. I think today I want to do some sort of foam. I did it before once and it didn't turn out how I wanted it to. But I also kind of been loving whipped coffee or like dalgona coffee. I brought this frother and have been abusing it ever since I've gotten it. I think I want to do a mocha today because I have some cacao powder. Maybe I'll make a cold foam with that iced latte. I think I'm just going to make eggs and sausage or spam, but I don't think I'm going to vlog that because I don't want to. But I'll show the meal when I'm done if it's pretty. Okay, I'm so far away from the phone. I'm going to be making my cold foam latte thing, mocha, whatever. This is the cacao powder I'm going to be using. What's in here is 2 teaspoons of Maxwell House instant coffee, 1 teaspoon of brown sugar, and I forgot to add water. Don't know how much water, but we're gonna say that's enough. And now for the mixer. Now, last time I did this, I ended up whipping the coffee too much. So let's hope that doesn't happen this time. I wish I could show it. I thought if I backed up enough, you'd be able to see everything, but I'm so far away. Okay, I think that's enough before it turns into dalgona coffee. No, I need to whip it a bit more. Like at the bottom, it's not whipped enough. This thing has 3 settings and I don't know which one is which, to be quite honest with you. If I were closer, I could show you better how this is looking. Pretty thick. Last time I kept making the mistake of adding too much milk, so I'm gonna try and not do that. I'm actually not gonna put too much ice because I fear I already got like a lot in this bottle. This is unsweetened almond milk. I'm not gonna put too much. I already don't have a lot in here, but we're gonna say that's enough. I'm going to use a bit of creamer with the cacao. Let's get started with the cacao. I forgot, I already have a measuring spoon inside the bag. This is 1 teaspoon. I can't speak for cocoa powder, but I know cacao is very strong. It's very bitter. So I'm only going to be using 1 teaspoon, and even then I think that's a lot. Then we're going to take this oat milk creamer that I'm using. It's just French vanilla flavor. I did bring out a little bit of heavy whipping cream, and I'm gonna use like a tad bit of it because I think heavy whipping cream like doesn't really have a strong flavor profile to me. It's not really sweet, it's not really anything, it's just milk. Because I did not like when I made whipping cream or foam with just this by itself. I'm not gonna clean this off because lazy. There is cacao powder everywhere. So I probably should have sifted the powder because that immediately got everywhere. I'm gonna add a little bit more whipping cream because I don't know what's happening in this cup. It's clumpy and weird. We're gonna say F it and just go ahead and pour because I don't think that's foamed up enough. No, it did not. I mean, I'm disappointed because the layers don't look cute. The layers don't look cute. This is the second time I've filled with that heavy whipping cream. I think it's because I need to put sugar in there, but I didn't bring the sugar with me. Let's mix this up and then drink it. Try it. I love a mocha. Oh, I love a mocha, bitch. I love a mocha. Like if I had a candy cane, this would be a peppermint mocha, real quick. And it's so crazy because I'm not even like a super like big chocolate fan, but a mocha, like this hits. This is so good. I can't even handle caffeine very much, so most of the time I do not finish this. For breakfast is eggs with pico and bell peppers on a sourdough toast with ketchup because our pesto went bad. Usually I would put pesto, but I like ketchup and eggs, so bon appetit. Okay, I'm gonna finish my food. So because I have a lot of packages that I often get and a lot of cardboard, I've been thinking about making cardboard decorations for my wall. And I decided today to draw an ankh. If you don't know what an ankh is, it symbolizes the joint masculine and feminine energies within life. So that's neat. I can't decide if I want to paint it or if I just want to find like a good Sharpie, and then I'll hang it up. This is what I've got so far, and this is how it's going to go. I realized midway why people own box cutters and why they're useful. Don't necessarily love the medium cardboard like I thought I would, but I definitely think I want to keep this because I feel like I could make a nice display with this maybe. Paint the inside of it. I don't know. It looks cool. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think that'll be happening in this vlog, but I'll keep it for just in case. I don't know how I feel about that. I just don't want to use any more thumbtacks on my wall without having for sure designs. I also at one point wanted to do the same thing that I did on my Aphrodite wall, as you can see in the background, and have like instead of green vines, maybe some black roses, fake black roses. But I kind of like the low key like chaos placement of everything. For a while there was really nothing on this wall and I was like, I don't like that. And I think I want this wall to be more red and black. So yeah, I got this little bonnet thing. Is it a bonnet? Lace headband from AliExpress. I was trying actually to buy a new Benjamin because I thought I had broke mine and I was like, well, we can't have that. And like I needed like 2 other items to get free shipping. I got it pink. Who knows, I might decorate it, but I actually don't know how to do that. So I probably won't. But isn't this cute? Also got lashes. They are for Gyaru makeup. We'll see how well these lashes work with me. I made yaki udon and lavender and chamomile tea. I'm going to hit the Benjamin, get absolutely suited, and go to bed. Let's make some poorly made matcha. Today I went to visit my grandmother, so I didn't plan on going back home and doing much. And I wanted coffee, but I didn't want to do that to my heart. So we're going to make matcha. I will be attempting a vanilla cold foam. We'll see. And I brought my Earl Grey syrup, and once I finish this, which I'm very close to finishing, I think I'm actually going to make some syrup with my lavender and chamomile tea because I love the idea of having lavender syrup in general. Let's go ahead and make the matcha. First, going to pour some water in a random cup. That is where I'm going to place our chasen, our whisk. Let that chill for 5 minutes. I think that water is way too hot. While this is waiting, I guess I'll just talk. I have this plan for the leftover bits of that cardboard. The only thing is I don't think I like the medium cardboard, and I think for the paint to be as bright as I want it to, I'm going to have to paint everything white first. But I think I like acrylic in general with how you can layer it. The thing I dislike the most about it is that it just takes a long time. I actually don't know what this looks like when it's fully submerged and soaked. Definitely have broken a few pieces of these. Pieces of bamboo. Definitely. Is that bloomed all the way? I think so. I forgot I don't have like anything to make matcha with. I'm using various different bowls and cups and mugs. So I'm gonna go get a bowl. Random bowl with ramen noodle stains. The matcha that I'm using is, oh my god, it's not written in English. Something with a CH. Samidori matcha. I'm gonna use 3 teaspoons. Definitely too much that I just put in there, but it's okay. I'm gonna use the water that I soaked that in, a teaspoon at a time, into the bowl. Why? Because I don't know how to measure how much water to actually use, and I think going like a step at a time. I think we're getting to a good point. Gonna keep adding water, gonna keep whisking. I don't know if you can over whisk matcha. Not in my head, at least. I can definitely say doing that with a plastic bowl, not ideal. Probably should have got a ceramic bowl. I'm going to begin whipping with some vanilla extract. I think I want to add a bit of sea salt, actually. I feel like that'll add to the vibes. I also need to get ice. Now let's assemble it. That did not go how I wanted it to go. This is what we're working with. Oh my god, the camera won't focus. Earl Grey matcha, vanilla sea salt, foam. I don't think whipped cream and cold foam were the same thing, but I keep using them interchangeably. I think they're different. I'm glad I got the cream part correct because I really wanted to make a nice foam with some of my drinks. I'm also not the type of person to like sip just the foam unless it's a cheese foam. I usually like to mix it up, so I'm not really gonna taste too much of it, but I guess I should. If you ever doubted me, leave the premises because that's a banger. Okay, honestly, I kind of wish I mixed it up before I put the whipped cream because that whipped cream is actually really good. The flavors are melting on my tongue. So because I actually put sugar in the cream this time, the foam, I didn't really need as much syrup. And I just honestly like the taste of that particular syrup that I made, the Earl Grey syrup. So that's why I use a lot of it because I feel like it provides more than just sweetness, which I feel like a lot of syrups, they just provide the sweetness. I just remembered I'm allergic to dairy. That's the whole point of me having almond milk. Because I was about to say, why don't I get drinks with whipped cream? Why don't I get drinks with foam if I like it so much when I do it at home? And just remembered why. I ate with that one. I woke up today and immediately was like, no, we're gonna try that one again. I woke up at like 6:57, such a weird time. I was like, nah, we're going back to sleep. Went back to sleep. It's now 11 something. And I woke up and was like, nah, I still don't want to, still do not want to be awake. And I was so confused as to why, like, I don't know if it's like I'm drained or I'm just, I don't know, not feeling the happiest. And then I realized today is Sunday. Sunday is cleansing day. It is the day where I usually light incense, clear out any negative energy. or any stillness in the air, and usually take a cleansing bath. And I guess I'll attempt to clean my room at the same time. The floor is very much still dirty. However, I mean baby steps. I can't throw away any more trash because I have to take out the big trash. So I'm gonna do that and then fill it up again, essentially. And I think after that, I will also do laundry. I got some more packages. I believe these are both PR. I don't think these are anything that I ordered. These are scalp treatments from C Pretty. I think that's how you say it. I've used them before and I really liked them. I've been on like a Korean hair care kick. I use Kundal for my shampoo and conditioner sometimes. There's this damage treatment that I've been using that I literally got my mom hooked on. And I've tried several different of these like scalp treatments before. The one I liked the most was Kundal's, to be quite honest, but there was not enough product in that one. So I'm very happy to have these, especially 3 of them, because when I was consistent with these, I did notice a difference. Whatever, on to the next package. This is from the brand D'Alba. It's just one of those like health wellness jelly things. I kept getting a notification or an email about it, so I was like, let me give it a try, why not? These are 2 videos that I'm not doing today. I'm sorry, not happening. I made coffee. I only used 1 espresso shot. I put pumpkin spice with the espresso shot, and I used cream cheese for the whipped cream to make a cheese foam. It came out a bit thicker than I anticipated it to be, but let's try it. Oh, last time I literally said I wanted to have the foam by itself first. Okay, it's a good thing that this one is a bit thicker, so it's not even totally mixed up. A little too much salt, but still very good. So the thing about me is, I just love coffee, I just love tea. So most of the time, even if it's a shitty cup of coffee, I'll drink it. So I really cannot tell if I'm just like, I'm really in the kitchen cooking it up, or am I just easy when it comes to coffee? As good as fuck. I don't know. It's just like 1 too many flakes of sea salt. But other than that, it's pretty damn good. I also made beef stew on a bed of rice. So I'm gonna eat that, watch YouTube, and yeah. Just realized it is technically Mercury retrograde has started, or is starting tomorrow. And Monday is a full moon. It's the strawberry moon. I'm gonna have to do that cleansing bath. I think I'm gonna get the herbs for that. And then I feel like it would make sense to also make that lavender syrup. The lavender and chamomile syrup, so I think I'm gonna do that. It's just I have to wash the dishes if I do that. I'm gonna add hibiscus when I actually take the shower, but what I got set out is angelica root, rose petals, and some raspberry leaf. I have those little like tea bags, so I'm gonna put all this in there, and I'm also gonna use Epsom salts. I was gonna end this vlog, but I changed my mind. I am trying so hard to feel completely relaxed. I don't have anything to do today, and it feels like my body is like unable to rest. And it's not the caffeine. Caffeine doesn't really affect me like that. Like, I don't get antsy usually unless I have a lot of coffee. It usually just raises my heartbeat. That's what I usually mean when I say I'm sensitive to caffeine. So I don't think it's that. But but it's like my brain is telling me there's something I'm supposed to be doing. There's something I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not doing it. And I think that's why I say like I only feel useful if I'm actively doing something, because like I can't relax, so it's like I must be needing to do something. This energy has to be going somewhere. Might as well do something. That's how my like brain works. But I want to focus on something else, and I think weirdly enough, vlogging allows me to do that, because then it's like, oh, I can show this fun thing that was fun to me personally and I liked personally, but I had no one to share it with or didn't really get a chance to talk about it, but now I can because there's a camera in my face. And so then it's like, oh, when, you know, if I get another BR package, then I could open that with you guys again. I can show you guys what I usually get, how I film my videos, stuff like that. Also, I ordered a new wig and I was anticipating on opening that on this vlog. It's taking a lot longer to deliver than I thought it would. And I also am getting sent a new matcha set so I can have proper matcha tools. So, and I wanted to open that on here so I could do that on here. So that may mean that I just may not film until those 2 packages come in, unless I have like small little itty bitty things I want to say and record. I wanted to make souffle pancakes. I've had this idea for some years, and I attempted it once, didn't do it well with actual pancake mix. This brand actually has a recipe for souffle pancakes with their pancake mix, so that's what we're going to be attempting today. So close to not making a mess, so close. This must go in the freezer for 10 minutes. In those 10 minutes, I'm going to clean a little bit. I added the vanilla into this and I'm stirring it now. So the recipe lacks enough details and instructions. I guessed that I didn't need the yolk simply because it doesn't give any instructions on what to do with the yolk. And when it says the ingredients list, it says 1.5 cups of mix, but it only tells you what to do with half a cup of the mix. Because I was like, this isn't enough mix to do anything, I don't think. Because it just says combine 1 cup of pancake mix and 2/3. Oh, then add the rest. Okay, I'm slow. No, I was supposed to add the pancake mix first, then the water, and then the rest. I think I'll link the recipe down below. I think somebody who's a better cook could probably tweak this or make some recommendations to do next time. Honestly, think our freezer froze this a little bit too quickly. And the next instructions are, I know I have to work fast with the eggs, I think. I'm going to start mixing it. And then as we mix, we're going to add the sugar and the white vinegar because I don't have cream of tartar. So I have a phone interview in about an hour and this isn't working, and so I didn't want to smoke so I could be alert for that interview. But this isn't working, and so I'm trying to have a mental breakdown because it's not working. Like, please tell me I could want anything else other than something sweet. Scrolling on pictures, period. I didn't make a coffee because I already had coffee this morning. Didn't want to be too jazzed. Obviously, as you can see, the pancakes did not turn out souffle, but they're quite thick. They're quite whipped. It kind of reminds me of IHOP pancakes. We'll call it a win. Call it a day. It's been an hour since I was supposed to receive that phone interview. They haven't called me. I got so anxious that it genuinely feels like my stomach has fallen through my ass. I made some regular drip coffee, decaf, to attempt to calm my nerves without smoking some more. I don't think they're gonna call. And part of me is like, no, I need to be trying to get a job. This is that and a third. But I'm like, the job, I'm just hoping the YouTube thing works out, baby, because everything about a job gives me anxiety. Like, it doesn't matter if it was in person or if I did it over the phone, because either way it makes me anxious, just for different reasons. Both because I don't know what to say ever in conversations. But the phone, I don't know, I get so stressed out, genuinely, if I have to make a phone call or text somebody. Or like to keep a conversation going too. Ooh. So I am unfortunately gonna have to get very, very high and watch YouTube. My matcha set came in. I got it from Zen's. It was a free sample from TikTok, so I'm gonna have to film me actually using it probably for TikTok. I got it in Sakura Pink because that's what was left. It was only 2 colors left. And my Aphrodite altar has
somewhat become my matcha station, or at least where I set all the stuff when I'm not using it. So I do plan on buying like one of those little fancy things to put all my stuff on top of, so that, I don't know, there's more space on my altar for, you know, altar things.
Here is the matcha set. This is what we're working with. I didn't realize how big these matcha bowls really are. I don't know if in videos it just looks smaller, but these are big. I'm gonna quickly just make matcha with the new lavender syrup I made. Ignore all of that back there. For one, clearly that syrup I did not cook long enough. I'm still gonna use it, obviously. I like the syrup still. I still like it. I still appreciate the set that I got sent. I was gonna say it's less stuff that I have to like make dishes with, but for the foam I still end up using a lot of dishes. During this vlog I've realized that I just really like what makes me happy is sweets and cute things. And if I can make a sweet thing look cute, I'm immediately like, yes, I need that. I'm literally just waiting for my wig to get here because I wanted to put that on the vlog. And it's a wig that I've been wanting for a fat minute, at least by like that brand. Okay, bye. My wig is here. It was dropped off on my door like a stork bringing my baby. I got this off the TikTok shop. It is the brand Brown Bomb. I've been wanting their wigs for a minute now. I just got their regular like 613 because I wanted a blonde wig. Because every time I dye my hair, I like to get wigs in the color that my hair is dyed. Because like sometimes I change my whole personality and alter ego depending on the hair color. I'm gonna film a little TikTok, come back with it on my head. This is the wig. I feel like Marilyn Monroe in that one movie that I can't remember the name of. I cut the lace and cut a few bits. I wanted slightly like more curtain bangs that weren't as long, so I did that. Don't think I did that correct. I think at some point I am gonna curl it because I think you can put heat on this. I feel so cute, so adorable. And that is gonna conclude this vlog. This ended up being like a weekly vlog, a week in my life vlog. Yeah, where I basically did everything in this very room. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's gonna be a long one. I'm sure it is. Like and subscribe.